Hey everyone, I'm in GTA Online and here I want to show you how to buy a garage. So a garage, it looks like this, and you can store your various cars that you buy within it, and depending on how much the garage is worth, it will depend on how many cars you can store in it. To buy a garage is pretty simple. All you need to do is hit up on your D-pad to bring up your phone, then press down to go to the internet. When you're on the internet, you're looking for Dynasty 8 Executive. So you can either get it there, or if we look at money and services, we can go in it here. And Dynasty 8, the one that we actually want is this one here, the view property listings. So if we jump into this, you then get this interactive map that you can move around. So if you're interested in finding a garage in a specific area, you can use this to zoom in, zoom out, and also these buttons to move in and up and down as well. So for example, if we wanted something lower at the map, this is what we're looking for. So the two little things here, these are houses, these are garages. So if I look at this one, I could buy this one for $67,500. There's another one just by it though, here, where we could get Shambles Street, which holds 10 cars for $105,000. So you can see each car is typically about $10,000 you need for the storage space per car. So if we go back to this one, you can see 6 cars for $67,500. So if that's all you need, brilliant. If you want to look for something more impressive or less impressive, you can use these filters here. So there's low end, medium and high end. So if we pick, for example, low end, if you're looking for the cheapest, and then you can go from low to high here, and then you should see some really cheap garages here. So like we saw before, this shows the number of cars that you'll store in there. So you can see these ones are nice and cheap. You may see a cheap one. When I first came in here, there was a cheap property that was just free. So you may have a free garage just to start you off. But if we're interested in something a bit more impressive, we could go with the high end. And now we've got our properties here. You can also use these locations to say I need it in downtown or East LS or West LS if you want. But if we look here at this, we'll then see this is like an apartment with a garage. So if you have an apartment, you may well have a garage with it. So part of my setup had that already. But if you just want a plain old garage, just keep going right the way down. And of course, those without an apartment are going to have, it's just going to be storage for cars. So you can see there's a lot of stuff here that aren't garages. So we're probably going to be looking more medium for these. So what about if we actually want to buy one of these? How does that work? Well, let's just go for a cheap one. So we'll go for right down here, just a cheapie. And you can see there are loads of them. So Strawberry Avenue. So we'll go for this one and we'll hit buy. So we'll go buy, and then you go purchase property here. So this is going to set me back $26,000 for 2 garage spaces. So you can see it's a little more expensive than if you go for multiple garages. But so then if you want to add it to your properties, it's important that you keep an eye on this, because you do risk losing one of your properties if you're not careful here. So for example, my setup got me a very nice apartment with 10 garages, which is what I'm standing in the garage of, and I could trade it in here and get $0 for it. That would be very, very bad because it's worth a lot of money. Same with Poplar Street, wouldn't be so bad because that was the free garage. That's the one that I got for free. But go down to empty and then press that, and then it'll say processing the transaction, and then you can return to the map. So how do you go to your new garage? How do you find it? So if we jump out of here, and then hit your screens button on the Xbox, or I think it's your touchpad on the PlayStation, or I think it's M on the PC. And then if you go all the way down to here, you should have now some new spawn locations. So you can see there's Strawberry Avenue that we just bought. That's the one that I got for free. And that's my current one that I'm in. So I'll go, cool, I want to go to Garage 1, Strawberry Avenue. So we'll come out of there, and then if you hit your menu button, and then just go over to online, you can then find a new session. Whoops, hang on. Tab across, and then press A to join in here, and then go down to find a new session. So you can do this in solo mode if you're just buying property, then you haven't got any problems with people blowing you up or anything because you're doing these things. But if you're in your garage, you should be pretty safe anyway. But if we go off here, we should see the garage that I just purchased for you. And then you can see how that works. So remember, this is going to be a much smaller garage, not as nice looking. But hey ho, we've all got to start somewhere, haven't we? So you can see, that looks nice. But it could be useful too to have garages all around the map so you can quickly go to a location and get a car if you want. So here is my garage. So you can see it's a very dark, dingy looking garage, but it has a little PC in it and 2 options for storing cars in. So we could add our cars here and use them. That's it. That's how you buy a garage in Grand Theft Auto Online. I hope that was useful to you. If it was, give us a thumbs up, please. That's much appreciated. Any comments, welcome. If you're interested in GTA Online, have a little look at the rest of my channel. I'm adding new videos on the game all the time. So if you'd like to be kept up to date with my latest and greatest, hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much.